So I actually had reception. Um, like I said, I was going to go to the pub. I had reception there. So I did a bit of writing and stuff, but then my mate messaged me and we were chatting away. And we used to see pretty well eye to eye on a lot of things. We have like similar kinds of stuff going on with us, similar kind of rebellious attitudes and like just wanting like a ridiculous amount of freedom to the point where it frustrates others. Like we just want to be able to do anything we want to do, and we don't want to conform to any rules or expectations from anybody else. Oh man, there's another car coming. Hopefully they don't stop or anything. Must be something happening down there somewhere. Yeah, I'm definitely not camping here. But I'll do a journal and I'll cruise on to the next place. Like, there's so many places, like less than 100 kilometers, usually less than 50 kilometers, there's something. So it's not like you're ever going to be stranded without a decent place. And you could always just suck it up and sleep where you're at. It'll be okay. But yeah, it was interesting because since I've been doing HK and stuff, I feel like I've gotten really solid. And I'm not judging my mate or anything, but he seems like he's a bit all over the place. And he's repeating the same stuff that we were both kind of going through. And I feel like I've sort of dealt with a lot of the stuff we were discussing. And my answers were very different to what they used to be. And I just like, it was a really cool opportunity, and I'm grateful for my mate because he like brought out all this new stuff in me that I wasn't even aware of, about like how much I have grown and how much I have come to understand. And I just wish him luck on his journey and hope that he doesn't have to keep spiraling in the same sort of stuff. But I gave him the number of a local practitioner near him, and he's been interested in it for ages. Usually people don't go and have a holographic kinetic session until they've heard about it a few times, or they, like a lot of people, have the brochure on their fridge or something, or on the bench for like years, and then all of a sudden something in them is ready and they just like call the number, and it happens straight away, of course. Like, we're all ready to do sessions for you, but it's just like there's no point doing a session on someone if it's not their intention that they want it, because then you just like, yeah, it's a modality where the person that you're working on is the one that has to do everything. Like, you can't do anything for anybody else. So obviously there's no point inviting somebody to have a session if they're not willing to do the work. So yeah, because like, I don't know, I've done a lot of it. I've done a lot of stuff, a lot of work on myself, and had a lot of work done on me. And like everything's changing, and I've felt like it's just too much, and like, is this really having a positive effect on me, or am I just like losing my mind? I went through all that stuff, and then today I was kind of like, far out, I'm solid in all these issues, because it was like a mirror, because it's the same conversation that we would have, kind of thing. Like, it's obviously evolved, it's not the exact same, there's new dimensions and all that, but yeah, it essentially was the same conversation, like about like, with these are the issues, and I don't know how to deal with it, basically. Whereas I was kind of like, well, same boat still, like all that stuff I can relate, but I definitely know what I'm doing, and I definitely know that it's going to be okay. And yeah, I'm sure I know what I'm doing. So that was really cool. Even though I'm sitting in like blistering heat in the middle of nowhere, I know what I'm doing. I swear to you. And yeah, other people, they can have everything organized, planned out, step by step. Their whole life is like on the calendar, ready to be lived in that exact order. and they're more lost than I am right now, sitting here in the middle of nowhere. I believe that. How can you know what you're doing? Like all the time. There's too many variables. Life is happening around you. If you know what you're doing, then you're not opening yourself to what's possible. Like if you know what you're doing too much, if you have like a set routine and schedule where every single thing that you do can be predicted, like it's the same, like it's guaranteed, this is what happens on Friday night after work, this is who comes into my reality, this is what we do together, and everything's just completely laid out. Like there's no room in that for, I guess, spirit to play, like for the universe to play, for new things to emerge. Although I'm kind of waiting for new things to emerge. I guess they always are. They definitely always are, but I'm impatient. That's my thing. Like, there's so much occurring, but it feels like it's not like as big as it is, because it's like it happens in slow motion. Because it's like life is like a time lapse, like in my mind. It's like when I'm creating in my mind, like imagining all the things that I want to do with my life and all the things I want to do with other people, it's like a time lapse, and it happens so fast, and I can imagine it so quickly, but then when you live it, it happens in slow motion. So it's like a million times slower to actually allow it to emerge. And I guess that's where I become impatient and I rush things. And I've already like resolved that in myself. And like right now, what I'm doing is allowing that slow motion to occur. There's still like, obviously, I'm way ahead of schedule and I've done a lot more kilometers than I meant to. I'm still going faster, but I'm not just rushing. I'm consciously slowing myself down. I'm making sure I check out more stuff. I just be present where I am for a little while and just take it in, just see what's going on before I just rush off to the next thing, rush off to the next thing, and then realize that I haven't experienced anything because I was rushing to get somewhere that isn't the present. Man, I'm covered in flies. I wonder if that's distracting for people. It's distracting for me sometimes. I'm trying to crawl up my nose and in my ears. Flies are just like constant, hey? Anywhere you go, there will be flies. Such a versatile creature. They find a way to survive. You should be inspired by the fly. They just keep coming. Even when you're like killing horsefly after horsefly or marsh flies, you're slapping them and they're dying, there's always more. They live their life. Anyway, that's enough. I'm just rambling because it's the middle of the day and it's hot and I'm in the middle of nowhere and I don't really have anything to report. Like this is part of the trip where there isn't a lot going on. Like I might find something cool. I've put in so many points on the map to check out, but there's no guarantees. It might just be a bit like this for a little while. There could be a storm tonight. I got a little notification on my phone when I was in reception to expect rain, but it doesn't look like rain's coming. But that's the thing with like Central Australia and like Darwin and that Northern Territory. Like storms just show up and they go crazy, like super windy, super lightning, super rain, just pours, and then it's just gone. So it'll be fun if that happens. Be another experience. Yeah, there's a lot of cool things waiting for me too. So there's like, on the one hand, I'm really uncomfortable. It's really hot and I would like to hurry for that reason, but I also would like to hurry to get to the cool things that I get to do when I'm back in Queensland and New South Wales. So yeah, that's the end. Click the like button and all that stuff. Thank you very much. Just reminding people to leave comments and subscribe and all that stuff, because it changes the amount of algorithmic goodness. I'm so sorry for this rambling mess.